In my discussion, I talked about an awful friend, and I kind of gave 5 examples of friends where, maybe friends that are a little bit awful, where they kind of take your money, or they're a bit too cool for you to be around, or they're a bit annoying. And I think the lesson I was trying to get across was that brands are trying to be friends too, so they need to think about all those topics. They need to think about what kind of friend they are. They need to kind of think about how they interact with people. And I think one of the other speakers made a really good point, is that people don't need a brand to be their friend, and actually brands are the ones that have got more in it. They've kind of got more skin in the game. They're looking for a friend. And so there's a really fine balance to tread between being an awful friend, which is one that wants your money and just wants your attention, and a good one, which is somebody that's generous and that listens and is actually on the same wavelength as you.
Do you think it's more about creating a relationship with your audience rather than a friendship, as it were?
I don't know, there was a lot of debate about whether friend is the right word. So we talked about whether like was the right word, or whether it should be more like a follow. I don't really subscribe to the fact that friend's the wrong word. I think it feels right. It's an emotional attachment that you have with a brand. So no, I think friend is fine. I think it just needs to be slightly different with regards to real people than it is with a corporation or an organisation.
So obviously brands, at the end of the day, they're trying to make money, they're trying to sell you something. How do you think they create a relationship with a consumer without being overly selly and pushy towards them?
And there is a lot of noise as well on social media and in the media, as a whole, from brands trying to get our attention. I think the number one thing that brands need to get right is content. And actually, the more noise that there is and the more brands that are trying to get my attention, the better content has to be. And I think that's a good thing for marketing teams because it makes them up their game.